Welcome to the Kingdom Culture Podcast that was created on purpose with a purpose to empower, uplift, and guide others to the center of God's perfect will. Kingdom Culture family, welcome back to the Kingdom Culture Podcast. I hope you guys are all having an amazing week. So, this week I want to talk about what real love actually looks like. Because if you're still here, then you're doing what most people won't, and that's healing and choosing yourself before you run into a new relationship. And so I started to think okay, what's next? What are my non-negotiables? What is it that I want to make sure that I have as my base so that when I go back into a real relationship, I don't end up in the same things, right? Because for a long time, I thought I knew what love was. But looking back, what I knew was attachment, comfort, familiarity, and the feeling of needing someone and them needing me back. And I called that love. But love and need are totally different things, right? And it took being by myself, fully by myself, to learn the difference. Because when you strip away the loneliness, the fear of starting over, the comfort of just having someone, and you still choose a person freely, clearly, from a full place, then it's real. That's real love, right? And this is the one thing I want you to carry out of this episode. Healthy love does not complete you. It joins you. It joins a life that is being built. It doesn't fill a hole. It doesn't fix what's broken. It doesn't rescue you from yourself, okay? It's joining a life full of purpose and peace. And that's only possible when you show up whole. Not perfect, but whole. Healed, grounded, and sure enough of yourself that you're not looking for someone to hand you your identity. So, what does healthy love actually look like? Here's what I've learned. Number one, it feels like peace, not just butterflies. Old love, the unhealthy kind, for me, felt like anxiety wearing a disguise, waiting for the text backs, wondering where I stood. The highs were high and the lows wrecked me. Healthy love feels different. It feels calm, steady, safe, and at first I thought okay, but what if that's boring for me? Because I was used to all the chaos. I was used to the butterflies. I was used to having to tiptoe around a person, right? And I told myself, it might feel boring. It might be, but calm isn't boring. It's security, and security is something new, and it's healthy. The second thing that I learned is nobody is shrinking in my new relationship. In a healthy love, you're not dimming yourself, dimming your light so someone else feels bright. You're not abandoning your goals, your friendships, your whole self just to keep somebody comfortable and around. You both have room to be fully who you are and celebrate each other for it. There's room to grow together. You're each other's best cheerleaders. Nobody needs to make you smaller, right? To stay. That's not love. That's control. Real love makes you feel more like yourself, not less, okay? Number 3 is communication. It's different, right? There's no black and white. There's no wondering. There's no need to decode anything. You're not rehearsing conversations in your head for 3 days before you say something. In healthy love, you can say how you feel, respectfully, clearly, and it doesn't blow up anything. Right? There's safety in the words, room for disagreement without destruction. You can be honest without feeling afraid. And I think this is the biggest lesson that I learned, because I was always so scared to say something. I was scared to come up and say, hey, you know what? How you handled something, I didn't like it, because it would always turn back to I was the problem. I was asking for too much. I was trying to change somebody. And so for me, communication needs to be fully safe and a lot of room to be who we are, and to look at a problem together and not against each other, right? So you have to be able to communicate freely, without fear, right? Number 4 is that we're going to choose each other on purpose every day. Not out of habit, not out of fear of being alone, not because it's comfortable or convenient, but because we both look at each other and think, wow, I really want to continue building my life with you. I like who I am with you. I am choosing this. That kind of intentional love is very rare, but so beautiful when you actually put it in perspective, right? But you only get there when you stop settling for whoever's available and start holding, out for whoever is actually right for you. I learned that a lot of people may like me, but I'm not for everybody, right? And so learning to love myself fully, learning to know who I am and the things that I'm not going to, let go of, allowed me to see that the person that I'm going to choose every day, has to build life with me. I want that person to grow with me. I want them to feel loved and accepted and heard. And I'm not going to settle for whoever's just available and whoever's giving me attention, right? So I want that for you. We have gone through a lot of episodes through healing, right? And I think this is where I close this season, because although I'm still learning, although I'm still trying to heal and everything else, we're always gonna be figuring things out. And it's been such a blessing to sit here with you and learn and know that, the next time I'm with somebody, it's going to be healthy, it's going to be good, right? So if you came into the series in the middle of pain, maybe fresh out of a breakup, maybe months in and you're still struggling, right? I want you to look at where you are now. You acknowledge your feelings, you recognize your worth, you learn to let go, you healed your trust, you learn to enjoy your own company, right? You built a new identity, you figured out what you actually want. And that's a lot of things that a lot of people don't focus on, but that's not small. That's real transformation, a whole transformation. And now we're walking into whatever comes next, love included. As someone who knows herself, or someone who knows themselves, someone who doesn't need to feel chosen to feel worthy. You're not desperate. You're not guarded. You're just clear. You are figured out what your non-negotiables are now, right? So I want to leave you with the Bible verse of this week. And that Bible verse is in 1 Corinthians 13, 4 and 5. And it says, love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. That's the standard now. Not just what you want to receive, but what you yourself are ready to give, because you've done the work. You've healed your wounds and you know what love is not. So now that you know exactly what it is, open your horizons. Allow yourself to not be afraid to get out there and look for love, because God's got you, and now you know what you don't want, and you trust yourself enough to know when a person is right for you or not. I really pray and hope that this series was a blessing to you. It was a blessing for me, and I can't wait to keep sharing with you guys. Thank you for being here, and we will see you guys next week. God bless.